Hello, welcome to Spiritual Dating Mastery for Men. And today's episode, we're going to talk about why women can read your mind. I think in a literal way, how you can use that concept to your advantage and how you can radically improve your dating life, your love life, all of these things without necessarily having to stoop into goofy techniques and tactics and gimmicks and routines and things like that. So just one small step, I think, in becoming more naturally attractive, more successful with women in ways that have worked on a profound level for myself and many other men. So let's continue. And what I'm talking about today, of course, is this ability that women seem to have to be very, very intuitive, and we all know that, for better or worse. So obviously, a manipulative and evil woman could be using her natural gifted intuitive abilities for the wrong reasons and be exploiting people, manipulating people. There's a lot of examples that come to mind, like that Theranos lady who pretty much used her feminine wiles to make a company that was evaluated at about $1 billion, and then turned out the entire thing was a scam and their product for blood testing didn't even work. So the kind of female way to get into people's heads and sense what people are thinking, sense what people want, it's a very powerful tool that can be used for good or for bad and can even be used by men. But what is actually going on here? What's going on is an intuitive, empathic ability that most people have, and women are just a little bit more inclined to it than men. Where when you talk to somebody, you get a sense about what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they want. And by doing this, you're getting and collecting information the entire time about, again, what this person's motives are, what they like, what I can give them so that I can get what I want. And so again, people who are very socially clued in, they have the ability to work with that principle and use it to their advantage. Now, for you, when we're talking about fixing your dating life, getting a more enhanced love life, meeting more women, having just more success as a man, well, you can use the same principle essentially to immediately, for one thing, pick up on the signals as if someone likes you. And I'm talking about on an instantaneous basis. So if you meet a woman on the street, if you meet a woman at the mall, if you meet a woman at the bar, whatever the case may be, you can instantly know, based upon non-physical interactions, whether this person likes you, or whether it's going to be a waste of time to try to pursue this woman. So what this does, it saves a lot of time. And it's one of the reasons that basically in my life, I don't really listen to the advice coming out of the manosphere talking about, cold approach, you need to approach 50 women a week and deal with the rejection, all of this, because I can tell right away by working on this skill if a girl is going to be into me. And that is presuming, one, I'm single and I actually want to go and date. But in these instances, just by looking at a woman's face, I can pick up on their energy right away and tell, is this a girl? Like, if I talk to her, is she going to open up to me? The accuracy is astonishing to me, because I can just vibe out what kind of person somebody is, and I'll know right away that I can go, I could walk across the street and talk to her, and number one, I won't have approach anxiety because I'll already know that this person's going to be into me because I vibed them out. Women do the same thing to men. And so if you're on that same vibe with somebody, then she's going to be vibing you out, and she's going to feel the same way, and she's going to be happy that you came up and talked to her. On the flip side, if I'm getting the wrong vibes from somebody, I'm not going to waste my time, my energy, my ambition, my morale by approaching that woman and trying to talk to her and getting shot down, because it's not necessary, because I can already tell what's going on. Now, this is not an excuse to not approach and not talk to a woman that you like, thinking, the energy is bad, I'm not going to do it. If you get in your head too much, that's going to work against you as well. But what you want to do is you want to work on that skill until it begins serving you in an accurate way. And if you see a woman you want to talk to and you feel the energy is up and you feel like you don't think that you're going to vibe with her, then you should start looking for somebody that you will vibe with. And Don't get lazy about it where you think, well, because I didn't feel good talking to this one chick, I'm going to spend the rest of the week and just lounge around on the sofa and not make any approaches at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is narrow down whom you meet, whom you talk to. And this, again, it could be people you meet randomly at, out shopping, or it could be people in your social circle. But the point is that you can use intuitive ability to narrow the margins and make much better decisions, so you're not wasting your time or wasting her time as well. Because a big thesis, a major point I talk about on this channel is that not everyone is for everybody. So that this kind of pickup artist mentality, which is that if it looks good, try to force it to happen, it's not productive and sends a lot of men into states of frustration and just endless difficulty trying to meet women. On the flip side, if you're basing it off a vibe, that's a different thing. If you get really good at that sixth sense, at that intuitive ability, then you don't have any reason to be afraid to talk to somebody or to expect it to fail, because you can almost immediately know you're going to hit it off. And you have to hit it off to be able to have success, to be able to go on a date, or to be able to have someone as a girlfriend. Like, you can't force fit something just because you're attracted to her. Even if you're, again, I always cite Jason Momoa, even if you look like Jason Momoa and you're very physically attractive, and you can spark a connection just based upon that physical attraction, that's great. But it's also not going to serve you if there's no mental, emotional connection underneath that. Because I know a lot of men are just like, coming out of a diet of porn, and you think reality operates like porn, and it's pure physical-based attraction 100% of the time. That's all that matters. This is a self-delusion. And the way reality operates is that, for the most part, women have to be connected to you on an emotional and mental way as well as a physical way, and then pretty much anything goes at that point. You can date them, there's not going to be issues, there's not going to be hurdles and last-minute resistance and all that old PUA jargon. None of it's going to apply, because you have a solid, legitimate mental, physical, emotional connection with somebody. So I want to leave things off also talking about the science behind this. So people hear topics like intuition or telepathy, and they think this is woo, it's not real. But this is the normie perspective from people who don't do any research. Keep in mind, 2-3 years ago, you were a conspiracy theorist and a nutbag if you believed in UFOs. And now you are a conspiracy theorist and a nutbag if you don't believe in UFOs. That's how science changes. That's how perceptions change. That's how culture changes. It's the same thing for topics of the mind, telepathy, ESP, what have you. So let me just real quick cite article at PC Mag, and this is an interview with Dean Radin. So Dean Radin works at the Institute of Noetic Sciences. I believe that was founded by astronaut Edgar Mitchell. They study remote viewing, they study psychokinesis, they study ESP, telepathy, and all types of things. And he has a couple of books out which blows the lid off the whole subject. One is called Real Magic, so I highly recommend this one. I haven't read his other book. Not sure the name of it, but I would recommend checking out this article for more info. But the article over at PC Magazine is kind of big, but I want to just focus in on one area that he's citing. The American Psychologist, a flagship journal of the American Psychological Association, the world's largest no-nonsense organization of academic psychologists. The May 2018 issue carried a major article on the evidence for parapsychological phenomena and concluded, based on 10 meta-analyses of over 1,000 published experiments, that these phenomena are real. This article, along with others, are beginning to appear in the mainstream peer-reviewed journals and are making important inroads into past prejudices. Now, I also have the article up. This is again APA Psych, that the experimental evidence for parapsychological phenomena, a review. Citation is Cardina E. 2018, American Psychologist 735-663-677. The article presents a comprehensive integration of current experimental evidence and theories about so-called parapsychological or psi phenomena. There is science behind the idea that your consciousness and your thoughts can be picked up and detected by other people, which means if you're carrying around a weird vibe, if you're carrying around whatever is inside here, you think it's private, you think no one can tell what it is, you're fooling yourself, because people, especially women, can pick up on it, and so can you, and you can use that to your advantage. This is Cyrus Thompson. Thank you for watching. Get involved with me. The email address is down below, and I will work with you personally one-on-one to help you work out your sticking points and why your love life isn't working out the way you want it to. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next video.